Hello everybody on YouTube, on the internet. Welcome to a video. It's been a long time. I wanted to come back online and say I wanted to give a little life update of what's been going on, what I'm seeing in my sessions, and also give a snippet of an aspect of a new series that I'm creating, Reclaiming Worthiness. The first half of that transmission, clearing and reclaiming worthiness, is in this video. So before we get into it, I have had some time off recording videos and doing things because the last 3 months have been truly some of the most trying times of kind of since my awakening. Like I had a good 3 or 4 years of feeling great after feeling terrible for like 10, 20, my whole life, right? I feel like my life has just been a dark night after dark night after dark night. And you might not think that looking at how bright and bubbly I am. But yeah, I am pregnant, which is so exciting. Woohoo! I just found out that I'm having a little bubba, and I am 14 weeks today, which is exciting, but the last 3 months have been truly something very trying. And now that I'm getting back into seeing clients and having sessions, if you do want a session, I'm only releasing sessions periodically. So just check the page and there might be one available just for you. I'm not releasing too many as my energy just stables out again, but I definitely feel like my powers are, every time I'm pregnant, my powers just go off their nutter. So I'm excited to be creating more energy channelings and compositions and all of the things that I just absolutely adore doing. It was so hard to be like, there was like a month where I literally just sat on the couch being like, I'm a muggle. I'm not magic. I can't do anything. Dimensions aren't real. I'm crazy. Like I just went so into my human and it was just, oh, what a time. How have you all been feeling? Now that I'm getting back into sessions and been speaking to people, something that I'm recognizing is that the purge is real. The clearing from the organs, the clearing from the body, the infections and the sickness and the body trying to release toxicity, the flu, the gastros, all of these. I went to ER the other night and they did all these tests on me and everything came back negative and I was so sick. And I was like, it wasn't even a physical thing. It was fully energetic, my body fully purging. So leave in the comments, what have you been purging? What cycles and themes are kind of coming up for you? What are you finally closing out? Because for me, it's honestly felt like I've just said goodbye to this whole sack of crap that I've been carrying and lugging around with me everywhere, and realizing, whoa, this last 3 months has been a period that I actually got to turn around and hold it and own it and look at it and feel it. And now that I've done that, it's going. It's not fully gone, but I'm almost like 85% of the way there. And I just know I'm going to feel so light. But when you're in it, you forget that the deeper you're flung into the shit, the higher that you go. So I want to just put a healthy, exciting reminder, no matter how dark it is or how shit it is right now, I promise you that there is a purpose, there is a reason, and it's for your expansion. Because so much more, how do I explain, light and codes and frequencies and multidimensional fractals are coming online. I promise you that. The guidance and the information that I've been getting in sessions and just, I don't know, just knowing, is so expansive that if you're not in alignment, your body just can't hold the frequencies, and it will quite literally derail you to try and accelerate your energy bodies faster or higher than you're ready for. So if it stays with you for more than 3 days, physical sickness, go to the doctor. It's not always energetic. Like sometimes it is just a physical thing that you need to go and look at. But it's happening, they were saying to this client, it's happening on every level. So if you're tired and exhausted, they're just saying To me, you're closing out eons worth of stuff. I hope to share that session because it was so interesting and powerful, and I think you would like to listen. But they were just saying, never in history of humanity or at this time have you had the chance to both witness your past lives, understand the templates and the origination of these cycles, clear the cycles, clear it from your cells, your DNA, your energy system, and activate to more than you've ever had the capacity to hold before. It's exhausting. So something as a cycle that's come up for me in this time, which I'm so grateful that I have the ability to be aware of and then look at and then heal. It's taken about 6 years to be able to, like when I first started awakening, I could recognize, and you might feel this too. It's like, do you feel like you're ever able to recognize that there's a pattern? You see it show up through the people in your life. You see it show up through your reactions and your responses and your triggers. You kind of know where it is in your body. You kind of see what it would look like if you healed it and integrated it. But physically finding it in your field and transmuting it is like this jigsaw puzzle piece that feels like above your pay grade to be able to deal with. So if you do feel like that, I'd love to hear. Leave in the comments, where are you at with your self-healing journey? Because I always say to my students, working on yourself is like one of the hardest challenges ever. And I feel like because of my unique situation, just being so disconnected from kind of everyone, probably by choice, I've had to, and because I'm just so determined and like, I will never be diminished and I will get there, I'll press on. I've kind of created a way, and it's through these channelings and courses and all of these things, to create a template and a landscape to be able to look at it, address what's coming up, find it in my field, understand its origins, and then ask for help to clear it on the emotional body, the ancestral line, the mental body, the quantum field, the past lives, and then close out the template and then give it up and then reactivate or embody and infuse the higher version of my true core self. So that brings me to my topic. Something that I've been delving into as a topic has been worthiness. And for me, and I know that in my sessions, the core of so many reasons why we act out or give away our power or don't accept the love that we deserve or don't have the job that we desire or don't have our gifts online or don't feel connected to God or source is this deep-seated unconscious unworthiness template. And it shows up again and again. And unworthiness is such an interesting framework to look at energetically, because for me, I don't walk around thinking that I'm unworthy. It's not that the main archetypal energy is that I feel unworthy. It's all these secondary emotions that mask as unworthiness. It might be shame or guilt or fear or just like all these secondary emotions that bubble up. And if you follow it, a lot of the times, and it doesn't have to be that there's one originating emotion and that's unworthiness. It's like a conglomeration of these connected dichotomy of energies intermingling to create this template of our experience, right? But something that showed up for me is unworthiness to rest. So in the last 3 months, I felt so uncomfortable not creating for the channel, not creating for the library, not creating a course. My programming as a child through my dad was, if you work hard, if you perform, if you give, if you succeed, if you continually improve yourself, then you are worthy. And it's so obvious when I look at it now. I look back. Never did we rest. Never did my dad say, hey, take a load off. He said, well, push on, push through, do your best. When actually you probably should have said, hey, you don't have to because I was such an overachiever. I was so good at music and so good at sport and just had all these extracurricular things and I loved them. But was it coming from a place of integrated self-love? Probably not. It was probably coming from a place of, if I stop, I'm scared about what the feelings are inside that I am running away from. I'm desperately lonely. I was desperately depressed at times. I did not feel connected to myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have family around me that loved me in the way that I needed, right? So it's really interesting unpacking that as an adult and recognizing where it kind of originated from, how it plays out negatively in my life, and looking down the road. If I don't learn to rest while I'm growing a human and having a child and channeling these energies, I'm going to burn out and I'm not going to be able to do what I love. And that is a really sobering fact. So I really want to start the conversation. What do you unconsciously experience or call into your experience that is a framework or foundation rooting from unworthiness? I've actually created a PDF because I'm like, I really want people to figure out, I really want people to, understand where it exists and where it lives in their body. So I've made a PDF download and a free energy body scan so you can find unworthiness in your field, which I hope is helpful, which is connected to the series. But the main archetypal ways is like, if you feel like a burden and you feel unworthy to ask for help when you need it and you don't want to bother people, you feel unworthy to have the genuinely worthy experience of being seen and helped, right? I had that huge one. So many stories I could tell when I felt like that. If you feel unworthy to have all of your psychic gifts or your spiritual gifts online, unworthy that you're not there yet, that you need to do another course, that you need to obey the hierarchy of spiritual, like all of this crap that humans make up to say whether you're good enough or you're worthy enough or anything like that. It's all BS. Your original frequency is psychic. Your original frequency is connected to source, is connected to everything, is connected to all these dimensions and planes of existence. You're having this one microscopic experience as a filtered down consciousness as a human, right? With these layers and projections and programs of ancestral, of past life, of indoctrination. That is what is making you feel unworthy. You as a core centric frequency is inherently worthy of love and respect and rest and money and resources and time and care and value and your gifts online and your joy, right? So I'd say download the PDF and have a look at where unworthiness shows up in your life, because you might be surprised that you're masking and thinking that you're acting from a worthy place and that these patterns are coming up to be dissolved and released. That's something that I'm really excited for. So then basically what I was like, okay, Katie, you're aware of this existing. It's a really hard habit to break because I get so inspired and I get so excited to create that I don't recognize that I'm past my level of being able to give, and I need to actually pull back and rest more, and then I'll have more energy. So I was like, I didn't start off as a series. I was like, I'm going to make an activation to clear this in myself. So I went up and I connected to the angelic realm and basically gave up all these feelings of unworthiness, feelings of fear to rest, feelings of fear, and found where it lived in my body and gave it up. And then I was like, but it's deeper. So then I went and created an experience where I take you into it and take me. I made it for myself, but I love to share. Made it that I go into a realm and I watch where the origination of unworthiness began. So you call up a scene on the screen and you see the first time that your parents made you feel unworthy or neglected or whatever the secondary emotions are. You find where that energy is, and then you communicate to that version of you and start to say, hey, look at where that program first got stored. Let's clear that. Let's rewrite that. Let's look at it objectively and understand from my adult perspective that child wasn't treated in the way that it needed to be treated. And I promise everyone has originating trauma in their childhood of family members, school, and society programming you to believe something other than the truth of what you deserve and who you are. And that's a shame, but it is just the lesson of life and the program and the game of this reality, right? So then you watch a few scenes, and then those little inner children get taken to a realm where they kind of get reschooled or like a therapy on the higher realms. And then we do an integration of bringing all of those fundamental aspects that have been kind of retuned and explained that wasn't really about you. It was more about your family. It was more about them. And you depersonalize and detach the meaning that you derived from those experiences. And then there's an activation of going through, and then I was like, but it still lives in the template of my energy bodies. I was like, let's go up higher and do a cosmic activation for each of the energetic templates. So all I know and feel is worthiness. All I speak, all I understand, all I take on. And that one was super powerful. And by the end, I was just like, whoa, I'm vibrating. And then I made like 4 other ones to kind of complement it. So if at all in your journey, you want to go on and you want to look at restructuring and recoding unconscious unworthiness and reclaiming worthiness in your frequency, check out the information below. And drum roll. Now, before we go into the activation, so many things to say. Before we go into the activation, I also had time off, and I realized that I want to create a space where I've made so many courses now, and I can't stop, won't stop, love it. The reparenting program, the cosmic abundance program, the LightWorkers 1, 2, 3, and now 4, the reclaiming, the abundance codes. I'm creating an interdimensional travel series. All of these series I've actually made now into one place called the Master Library, where it takes the Cosmic Library, which now has like 200 activations on it. It's amazing. And putting all these series together. So if you've ever wanted to go deep, and this doesn't apply to everyone, if you're happy to listen to YouTube, go crazy. But if you're on a part where you're like, I need some actual deep help and restructuring, there's a master library where you can go and do the reparenting program, the abundance course, the worthiness series will be on there. And you can move through that step by step, go slowly, because they're really powerful and like they affect you on a deep level. So you need to leave space to integrate. But check that out below, the master library, where you can have access to all those courses at a much, much, much cheaper price. You can stay on there for a few months or however long you need, and then come off it. It's something that I wish that I had when I was awakening, and I hope that it helps people clear ancient shit and activate yourself in your own time and in your own home and in your own way. So super proud of that and super excited to share that. Okay, so now, without further ado, I hope that you enjoy the Reclaiming Worthiness Mothers Line Ancestral Clearing and Activation. Leave all your comments in the section below. I send you all my love, and I look forward to making more and more content for you all on YouTube and on the library. Sending you all my love. Bye. Hello and welcome to an energy healing. Working with the Ascended Masters, Archangel realms, all healing teams of light, to lovingly replace negative beliefs and emotions, to transmute density through your mind, through your physical body, through your cells, through your bones, through the ancestral field. Allow yourself to put on your headphones and find a comfortable space to lay as we are moving through all of the emotions and beliefs that we've first identified, and allowing healing on a deeper level. Allow yourself to come into a space of deep, deep, deep relaxation Breathing right down your body as I just gently open up a white portal of light over your energy system. And we're going to call in now Archangel Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, Saint Germain. There's 12 different energetic beings here. And we're just going to create a rainbow bridge of light around your auric field to lift you up, to know that you are cared for, that you matter, you are worthy of transmuting pain and hurt. You do not need to live like this. So let's take our frequencies up together now, calling in all higher selves as the ones who will ever tune in. Calling on dragon consciousness. And just placing you in an orb of light as we travel up, up, up. We're laying out your energetic body, feeling Archangel Michael just behind you. He's saying, flooding a light of remembrance of your origins, of your home frequency. So we're running a deep blue violet light through the top of your crown. Running that light gently through the spine, and we're topping up the energy body first. Running blue violet light in the inside lining of the heart walls. Taking in a deep breath. Running this light through the lining of your solar plexus. Okay. Flooding that light through the lining of the sacral. And just running that down through the legs, the base. Calling on Sandal Fon, just standing at your feet. They're saying the very first thing we would like to begin with is releasing cords and ties and attachments out of the back of the energy field, where the topics we're discussing today are plugged into ancestral, familial, bloodline, reciprocation. So we're beginning with the Mothers Line out of the back of the energy field. If you give permission to release any tethers or cords to unworthiness inherited from the mother's line, from the next 8 generations back. They're saying to say in your mind, affirm the experience that you are now ready to release that which does not originate from you. Kaya shishirata, kurarato maratoaria tata sirata ikira toto etita tai shirata. Quara oare noaria rata diara toaria ratoto di shishra garagara shishra garagara shishra garagara kurra ni rara tota garagara shishra garagara shishra garagara Imaya shishima sieta da amaya tiana sieta tata toto shishra gatare shishra garagara and there's a lot of energy and a lot of tethers and cords connected to these experiences, so they're just gently and as we wait, as that energy is just making its way out of the back of your field, we're going to call on your oversoul and your higher self light. And we're just going to replenish any and all power that has been lost, any and all worthiness and power that has been lost through the interactions with the mother and the mother's line, calling back soul fragments and frequencies now to illuminate and fill up your body, your cells, your field. So just feeling an enormous amount of light coming in. Ya shishumara riara shishuye shamaye ki yarara doaya sayera domaye ki. You came here to express and represent yourself, the originality of yourself. God did not create another version of your mother. Many of you here are generational curse breakers, is what they're saying. So we're also clearing ancestral connections off the top layer of your energy body now. So just golden light coming in to dissolve. And now that you've done the first meditation, we're just going to gently run through. I set my intention to release from this field and the ancestral line any feelings associated of unworthiness, to feeling like a burden, to feeling like they're not enough, to feeling unlovable, unworthy, to feeling they will be judged, to feeling like they do not deserve abundance or joy, that they do not deserve rest. There's just a dense amount of energy coming out of the back of the hips, the back of the coccyx. I'm going to place a Merkaba of, it's like a deep, deep, deep green light right at the back of the hips, and we're just draining out all unconscious unworthiness belonging stemming from the mother and the mother's line now from the hips. Asking all archangels and ascended masters to please gently escort that energy, playing small, ishimakari erodo simultaneously placing a Merkaba of light over the high heart, ways that you feel like you had to do something to be loved. You had to be pretty. You had to bake cakes well. You had to be smart. You had to be a good person. Clearing all shame and unconscious unworthiness from the heart that belongs to the mother and the mother's line now. Nice. We're going deeper. They're just untethering these cords and structures where you've bound your identity and personality to the mother. It became indistinguishable. They're saying by the age of 8 you were entrained to the ways of their operation and beliefs. So Metatron in the highest light is just coming through in the mental realm, and we're just going to work on dissolving, and it's like uncoupling the wires of connectivity to your mother. So many negative ideas of self have been inherited. Feelings of even spinelessness, unworthiness. They're saying like a lack of bravery, the ultimate diminishment of the feminine. So what we're going to do is place a tube of light at the top of the crown, and we're going to ask negative beliefs of self absorbed by the mother and the mother's line. Samahakoye, Samaradoe, Shishiakaye, Shmaya Shoye, Inaisnai, Kaya Shamai, Shishiradoe, Kiniradoe, Kashatoi, Kinashatoi, Kisiakatai, Ishatoiki. And they're showing me a whole template. It looks like a literal like fabric template. Ooh, through the left side, it's through the whole body, but representing the mother's energy. Ooh, okay. It might feel a bit uncomfortable. Let's do it. Calling on all masters of light to very gently dismantle, disintegrate, decrystallize any unconscious unworthiness templates. And I ask to instantly dissolve and transmute into the frequency of ultimate power and liberation, of ultimate worthiness and understanding and interconnectivity of the light, the origin, the source connection. Isha shatoi shamai kieta tasa sisira taiki
Imara da sakai kishiko ai shishikotoye shima aria sasatai ki na asako ushmakai ki satoto shishotata toto dia toto dia shishakara toto dia rakora dia rakora data koto dia data koto dia dia moving down the spine. Masakati yoko ashirakotomaya ki akai shishatoi sisi ananakai ki sikitashikotokoi ki sikatata dia. Kada marata sulsararia makai ki. They're saying we're clearing a lot of shame, templates, unworthiness, constructs. A fear of being seen. Sisi. Shameratoye susoi sanayatai. Ieratai, ieratomai, kieratanariatoi. Okay. We're going to replace that energy now. Calling on your divine feminine constructs of power, of worthiness. I ask goddess frequencies, all angelic coding now to flood gold and white light spiraling in through the crown. You are worthy of a voice. You are worthy of being seen. Kaya shumaria sarataye, kya tama era totoi, kerarataye sunoe, shayara totoi sunai. And I'm going to let that light continue permeating the mind, the matrix of your frequency, the web. Restructuring, sewing. Kanai shimi, kanai shimi, kanai shimi. Surarumai kieraro maria ta shushuratoye. Karato sumarataye tieto toi simie sharatai kieraro marataiki. Calling back all love. Tarato maratata retoyana. Acceptance, grace that was not afforded to you now. Returning to your energy body. Karado Mariata. And we're going to begin now, asking all masters of light to continue bathing that side of the body. Yanayarataya sanai shito ka arato kusarariana ratotoi ki shishara karatota tari arata karashishara karakari shishara karakari Amariata, Susiata, Shisharakari, Katati, Amariata, Ishatoi, Kisumaradi atoi, Kia sutoi, Kine shata, Kia shatonoi, Sisiata. And just breathing right down your energy body as the angels are just smoothing out the energy work done today. Saying this is a big clearing and they're very proud of you. Take time to go gently and easily. And we're just going to top up your field with a golden light of replenishment. Saying you might like to repeat the whole exercise 3 separate times to go deep and deeper. There's many layers to this topic. It's not a one-stop fix-all. I'm very proud of you. Great work. So we're just going to wrap your energy body up now. Archangel Michael, just a blue light. They're saying you might even need to take space or time away from people who trigger you or expect you to behave in ways of your old unconscious unworthiness that benefit from the patterns of you feeling diminished. Just for a few days so you can reorientate your strength. Okay, so they're saying just allow yourself to bathe in these energies and these frequencies for a little while longer, and when you're ready to return to waking consciousness you can. Sending you all of my love. Enjoy your time with the angels. And find the Father's Divine Masculine template clearing inside the Reclaiming Worthiness series. Sending you all my love.